Our first section is about creating suspense and tension. To do this, we're going to write a piece of music using two minor chords a half step apart. So before we go further, let's talk about what that means. When we talk about the distance between two chords, we're talking about the distance or the interval between the chord roots. Let's say we have these two chords. First one's E minor and then F minor. So the root of the first chord is E and the root of the second chord is F. So since those are a half step apart, we can say that the E minor chord and F minor chord are a half step apart. This will be really useful later on in our piece. So let's take these two chords, E minor and F minor, and we'll create a piece of music out of them. On their own, they just kind of sound bland. So what we're going to do is we'll take the notes of the first chord and we'll start using them to create arpeggios. Let's take a look at the score for example 2-1A. By the way, this piece is written for piano, so the right hand would play the treble clef and the left hand would play the bass clef. So we'll zoom in to the first measure. We're in E minor, and right here in the left hand we have notes outlining E minor. And then above that we have the right hand providing a melody and a little bit of harmony. If we follow the top notes of the right hand, we'll see we have E, E, F sharp, G. So we're gently climbing up. So we've created all this just from the E minor chord. The right hand draws upon the E minor scale to create this little melody. And then the left hand is just playing arpeggios that come from the E minor chord. Then in measures 3 and 4, we apply the same idea, but now we're drawing from the second chord, the F minor chord. So here our left hand arpeggiates up. And notice right here we have a G, which isn't exactly in the F minor chord, but that G is a part of the F minor scale. And then the right hand continues playing this melody and filling out some harmony. Let's take a moment and listen to how this music makes us feel and see what kind of mood it creates. So notice right here, at the end of measure 2, we transition, we move a half step up from E minor to this unrelated F minor. And it's that half step transition that makes it sound a little mysterious. The E minor scale and the F minor scale don't really share a lot of notes in common. And the E minor triad and F minor triad are very different. So for that reason, this chord change creates an atmosphere that feels a little unexpected and mysterious. And let's continue the piece. We have 4 more measures to go. So in measures 5 and 6, we continue the same type of idea. The left hand is kind of arpeggiating a little bit. And then right here in measure 6, the right hand plays this upward line, and we have an A sharp, which is a non-chord tone. And that note isn't in the E minor scale or the E minor chord. So we call it a non-chord tone. And what's happening is it's a half step away from B. So it's just a little momentary dissonance right there. Let's listen to that, measures 5 and 6. I'll play it right now. Yeah, it's kind of mysterious. And then let's look at our final two measures. We're back to F minor. Same thing, our left hand is arpeggiating upwards. We see that G again right here. And then our right hand continues the melody. So let's take a listen to the whole piece in its entirety one more time. So that is our entire piece written for piano. We took two chords, just these two chords, E minor and F minor, and they serve as a harmonic outline for our piece. We use them to generate all the arpeggios and the melody.